Georeferencing, it's the second step. Georeferencing is really a managing tool. In any type of business, we have assets, we have things, we have products, and we need to know where they are in order to run our business. And all the survey deliverables, all the products and maps that you've ever created, you need to know where they are. You know where they are in your file cabinet. Knowing that where they are on the earth is what georeferencing is all about. Georeferencing, putting a puzzle piece on the puzzle in the correct place using the incredible tool of GPS is the most simple tool. GPS is so prevalent, RTK, real-time kinematic, the densification of continuously operating reference stations that are 24 hours a day broadcasting real-time data so that you can use a CDMA modem, a dual frequency receiver, and plug into just about any flavor and come up with survey grade coordinates, state plane coordinates for your projects. That is the simplest way and the most effective way to get on-grid coordinates. The way that we're going to show you is how we go out and we occupy a NGS monument and we calibrate, localize, whatever you want to call it, but we get our job so that we can use that monument as the metadata for the project, as the monument that we're going to hold the coordinates to. We advise checking into all the NGS monuments into your area and making sure that the coordinates that you produce match what's on the data sheet if you're going to use any of those coordinates. As surveyors, we always check our data. But georeferencing, knowing where things are, the earth address of all your projects, is an extremely powerful tool. Imagine, just imagine, by looking at the computer screen and looking at a point and being able to grab that data point and touch it on the screen and actually know that there was a wire connected through your computer screen down to the hard drive, or in the case of using a server, over to the server where you have access to all of the drawing files, CAD files, all the scans, the PDFs, the legal descriptions, the field notes, the photographs of the monuments, the parole evidence, all the information that when you're making a boundary decision that you would love to have at your fingertips. The power of GIS involves georeferencing those files by having a point that has state plane coordinates in your ArcMap master project for each state plane zone. The power of georeferencing is having this earth address gives you the ability to just instantly access any of the data for any of the projects that you have. The three ways of georeferencing, the first one we've talked about is RTK. The second one is using post-processed GPS, which would be Opus, or using your own in-house, whatever comes with your GPS product or whatever you prefer. There's several software products out there that you can post-process and get state plane coordinates or latitude, longitude, or whatever kind of output that you want. But using Opus is what we're going to show you in this product here. And the third thing I'd like to talk about georeferencing is most of us that have been in business for any amount of time have projects that have a survey product, a map, a plat of some kind, and they have the field notes and the legal description, the data and the computations and the DMD sheets, whatever was used to calculate that survey. Having that data scanned, as we learned in step one, is what allows us to really utilize the power of georeferencing. When you have scanned data and you have points on a screen with state plane coordinates and the project number is the same, then you're able to utilize that wire analogy. You're able to hover over a point using a lightning bolt that you're going to learn about and actually pull up those files and open them. Georeferencing with the GPS system is standard operating procedure, and it will be for all the jobs that you do. Being able to carry the state plane coordinates, being able to carry three-dimensional data on all your projects and having it accessible in ArcView or ArcMap. The screencastings that we're going to get into are going to be the computer screen, and Will Herring, who's a surveyor intern here at Digital Mapping and Young & Associates, He's got his 4-year degree, and he is a GIS analyst as well as a party chief and wears many hats here at our company. And Will went out with me and a couple of other guys to do the field work for this project, for this product, and we did RTK. We did a total station to collect some data on some property corners, and then we also utilized Opus with a static occupation of a GPS receiver. We'll be showing you, Will and I, he'll be driving and I'll be helping and watching, and he's going to show us how to import the NGS coordinates, NGS calibrated coordinates, or state plane coordinates, excuse me, that we created using the RTK. And then he'll also show us how to utilize the assumed coordinates that came from the total station survey, how we can put those onto grid coordinates using the CAD file, importing a CAD file into ARC. And then the third thing that we'll be showing you, I don't know what order, but we'll see when we get there, it will be utilizing the NGS's website and sending off a static GPS file where that we're utilizing the Opus service and using a very fast static operation occupation of about 15 minutes, and we send the data off to the NGS and they email us back a state plane coordinate. So georeferencing is a very powerful tool. We've been able to do it for a long time before GPS with a lot of hassle, but now that we have the GPS systems that are up, the GLONASS, the GPS, the Galileo, and all the vendors that are helping make GPS so accessible to us, georeferencing step 2 is a necessary part of you using GIS out of the box to manage your business.
Alright, Rob, what we're going to do now is actually download the NGS shapefile from their website. And when I say shapefile, that means SHP. That's the extension that it is. And what that is just the format that ESRI uses to hold their geospatial data.
Why would we download a shapefile as opposed to like an ASCII file of just the points?
Reason being, it's going to save you time.
Okay.
You won't have to do anything else to it besides add it into ArcMap, which is the next step right after this.
Okay.
But yeah, it's just a lot easier for you to do. And one thing you might want to do is go through and change the symbology of it once you bring it in. But I mean, you really don't have to. It's up to you. All right, so I'm just going to do a Google search for NGS. And NGS is actually housed by NOAA, so it's off their website. So we're just going to click, which is going to probably be the first thing that comes up whenever you go to a search. All right, where are you going to find this data at? All right, you see right here where it says most popular? Data sheets.
Data sheets, that would be my guess.
Yeah, that's where you want to click on.
We got a winner.
Yep, and next thing, they make it pretty easy for you. You're just going to click on shapefile. Bam, there it goes. And this is going to show you all the retrieval methods that you can do. You can bring it in by quad or station name. What we're going to use is actually the county. We want to bring in the whole layer by the county. And you could do this for any county that you work in, or if you prefer to do it by the quad, you can do it by the quad that you're working in. I would recommend, if you work in a lot of different counties, go ahead and do it all at one time, and that way you don't have to worry about it. It's already in your base map. So we're just going to click on Texas, which is where we're at, and get the county list for that. And of course, we're in Nueces County, so let's go ahead and find that. And I think I passed it. There it is. Oh, there it is. And what I normally do is I just leave it on the defaults right here. You can change it if you want to, but I like to leave it on the defaults because I'm just going to get all the data that they have for that county.
Right.
And from that, I can pick and choose what I want later.
Right.
But I'm just going to get it all right now.
Okay.
So the prefix we're going to type in for our file, I just type in Nueces NG, and that's just what I'm going to name my file.
And when you say you're making this file, you're creating a shape file, and keep downloading it because that's what you're going to do. What's next?
Click select all.
Okay.
Yeah, you're going to want to grab all those. Once they're all highlighted, you hit get shapefile. Okay. That's actually going to download the file. This process is going to take a minute.
Okay.
And of course, just like anything else, the speed at which you're downloading at depends on the speed of your internet connection. If you got a fast connection, it might not take as long as somebody who has a slower connection. It just depends on what's going on there.